Okay, this file has 1,000 sales transactions for the Expeditioner. For each sale, there's a row recording when it was sold, where it was sold, what was sold, and how it was sold, the quantity sold, and the sales revenue. But it covers everything in the company from every city. So I've already set up the pivot tables to save us a little time. What is the value of catalog sales for London in the first quarter? Now, if we throw win, well, first, what is the value of the catalog sales? We want the revenue here. Okay, cool. And we want London here. So let's go ahead and filter that so it just shows London. So that's London, but for the entire year. We want the first quarter. Now, the first quarter is a calendar measurement, which is the first 3 months of the year. And what we can do is we can pull win in here, but there's a lot of cells to look at. So we can just highlight everything from the first 3 months, from the beginning of January to the end of March, right click and hit group. And so when we collapse that, group one will tell us that the catalog sales for London in the first quarter were $54,982. Okay. The second question is, what percent of the total annual sales were Tokyo web sales in the fourth quarter? Okay, so again, we're working with total annual sales. So revenue for the entire year is 463,465 equals 463,465. Okay, now we want it to be Tokyo web sales. So the where is Tokyo. And the how we want it to be just web. So how we only want web. So right now we know that Tokyo web sales were $2,003 for the entire year, but we only want the first quarter. So we're also going to move win here, and from the first quarter is only the first 3 months. So this is the first quarter, and we want to group. So if we collapse it and look at group one, it was $138 in Tokyo web sales in the first quarter. Oh, I'm sorry, it's supposed to be the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter would be the last 3 months, which would be December, November, October. So this right here, this 60, so equals 60 divided by 483 gives us, what is that as a percentage? Gives us 0.012% is the answer to question B. Question C. What percent of Sydney's annual sales were its catalog sales? So our where is Sydney. Let's filter that down. Revenue is our value. So revenue for Sydney for the year is $29,000, roughly $30,000 actually, and how will be our column. So what we would do is we would say its catalog sales divided by its total sales tells us that 18% of Sydney's annual sales are its catalog sales. Question D. What was the value of catalog sales for London in January? And give the details of the transactions. So we know where, London. We know the revenue is our value, and our when is January. So we only want the ones from January. So group. We go here. And if we wanted the details of the transactions, we would also include what, how, and quantity. Now the other way to do it is we could just filter the list. So we can say we're filtering it by when and by value, and we could say less than 2102. Before 2102, sorry. So it's only giving us the month of January. It's giving us the detail of the transactions, and it gives us the total of 13,690. Okay? And question E. What was the value of camel saddle sales for Paris in 2002 by quarter? So, what is camel saddle, or where is Paris? And our value is revenue, and when is our row labels, and we want it by quarter. So I need to go through here and group these really quick. So these are the first 3 months grouped. Months 4 through month 7 are the second 3 months grouped. Month 8 1 through 3. I'm sorry, it's 4 through 6. Can't count. Group 7 through 9 is the third quarter. And 10 through 12 is the fourth quarter. Okay, so I have it divided up by quarters, and if I collapse the rows, what it does is it gives me the subtotals for those groupings. So, what was the value of camel saddle sales for Paris in 2002 by quarter? These numbers right here: 13,156, 14,950, 24,518, and 8,372 are those values. And question F, how many elephant polo sticks were sold in New York in each month of 2002? Okay, so what? It's an elephant polo stick. Where is New York? Quantity is the value. We want the total number, and we want it by month. So we're going to take when, put it here, and then break it down by month. So the third month becomes one group. The fourth month becomes another group. The fifth month becomes a group. Well, it doesn't really need to become a group. Seventh, eighth month becomes a group. Ninth is fine, and the 12th month becomes a group. And again, if you collapse them, you can get the subtotals by group. Okay? And that ends Expeditioner 1.